Hello everyone, welcome to another day in Azeroth. Thank you guys very much for being here. Justin, Dustin, and Lael, and Karen. Welcome everybody. Felix, good afternoon to you. How is everybody doing today? We are starting off in Lochmodan because we're actually going to go into the Burning Steppes. I'm sorry, the Searing Gorge, which I always confuse with the Burning Steppes. And we're going to do some questing out of the Searing Gorge today, and possibly, if we're lucky, we can get into another BRD run. And so I thought it would be smart to kind of quest in that area, if that was something that we wanted to do. And today is actually Friday. Unlike yesterday that I thought was Friday, that was Thursday. Towin, happy Friday to you, buddy. Lael, it's rainy and cold there. It's cold and sunny here. But I did compel myself to go for a walk today, so that was good. It was cold, but it looks really nice. Oh my god, we need a key. What? Let me in! Just let me in! Well, that's gonna be really... wait, did we just step into Silent Hill? What happened? That's gonna be really inconvenient, seeing as how I don't know any other way to get into the Searing Gorge. Maybe we can go through the Badlands. Yeah, it looks like that's what we're gonna have to do. We don't have the Searing Gorge key. I had no idea that was an item. Very sad right now. Pablo, good afternoon, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, we should be able to cut through the valley here. Take a little shortcut. Did the Paladin reach 60 yet? No, not yet. We just passed the Pally level-wise. I have a few videos that I haven't posted yet. I think I have 3 hours of Paladin that I haven't put live yet. I'll probably put those up this weekend. Yeah, we just passed where the Pally was at, essentially. Melee Hunter's been fun to watch. I'm glad it's fun to watch. It's really fun to push the buttons. That's like the best crossover, when the buttons are fun to press and when it's visually fun to look at. The hunter's going to be my main for doing raids and stuff. I think with the Pally I want to eventually tank. But I don't really want to tank until I'm more familiar with all the content that I'm going to be doing. So this will probably be my main for a while. For any kind of main, it's probably always going to be a DPS. Because I want worrying about tanking or worrying about healing to be an optional thing. Not something I do for a main. What is this? Eruption. Blackrock is erupting. You are setting aside your petty squabbles to focus on defeating the forces of the Fire Lord. You currently gain no honor from PvP combat. Ah, okay. Good to know. I wasn't gonna PvP anyway, but thanks. Oh, Jesus. Why? Why is this happening to me? Do I need any of these quests? Suntara stones. Help Dorius get back to Ironforge. Yeah, I don't know about that. A lot of shit seems to be going down right here. I think I need to get over to the main town. This is not ideal. So, like, essentially, am I going to be able to quest here or not? Because it seems like this event is kind of, well, I don't want to use the term ruining the zone yet, but it seems like this event is just kind of ruining the zone for anybody, like, just trying to live a normal questing life. There's lots of mobs that don't normally belong here. They're pretty high level, etc. I'm gonna try to quest here, but I don't know. There's too many of these later game zones that have, like, random world events happening. You don't really know if you're gonna be able to get the quest done. But we'll try. This is fun. Okay, I have like 6 available quest slots in my quest log. That's literally all that I have. So we're kind of going to have to work. I've dropped everything that I can possibly drop. So we're going to have to work around that. What the flux? Somewhere in the slag pit you will find the secret plans. Okay. Kill 20 heavy war golems, we can do that. Kill 20 incendisaurs, we can do that. Fiery menace, we can kill 20 everything, okay, that's 4. What are these dailies? Are these like specifically the event dailies? It looks like it. They're dropping some kind of Firelands currency. I don't know if I'm at a level where I can take these guys on yet. And honestly, I don't have space in my quest log. That's the biggest problem. Let's try to do the regular questing first and clear some of that. And then maybe once I've cleared some of that, maybe then I can take on some of these dailies. I don't know. Anything up here? No, just more dailies up top. Okay. Yeah, let's just go knock out a few of these. I know there's a couple of quests that a black dragon gives us down below as well. And then we'll sit in the queue and, like, you know, with the other 1,000,000 DPS in the queue. 1,000,000 DPS, 1 healer, and 0 tanks. So, yeah, we'll probably be in the queue for a little while. I feel like the problem is, though, I feel like I'm gonna have to fight these event guys just to do the quests. And so that's pretty annoying, like, because I could probably get some dailies for these guys, and I'm gonna have to fight them anyway. They're literally all over the place, and I don't know if I can avoid them. What's up with these quest people? These quest people are supposed to have quests. Why do we not have quests? Are they low-level quests? Hear the story, okay. Okay. 4 hearts aflame. Okay, there we go. Yeah. No. No. This is not gonna work for me. No. I'll pass. I'm gonna pass on all this. Yep. With the event going on, like, there's no way to get these done. There's no way to come here at this level and just do the quest. Maybe if we were level 55 or 56, maybe we can take all the quests and do the dailies. And deal with the incidental damage from getting bombarded from the sky. Like, maybe we could do all that. If we were a couple levels higher, but no. No, I'm not gonna drive myself crazy. Aggroing like a bunch of, like, every time a little thing hits the ground, we take damage and it seems to spawn in some enemies. I don't want to deal with it. Sorry. Seemed like it was going to be really, really freaking annoying. 7-minute flight just to get the Marshal's Refuge? Oh my god. Awesome. So I wish when you enter a zone that has a world event in it, like a big, obnoxious world event, any kind of world event, the Scourge attacking, the old god people in Tannerus, the eruption in the Searing Gorge there that we just dealt with. I wish there was an NPC that you could talk to that would change you to a different instance or version of that zone. So that I can go into the version of the zone that doesn't have the world event when I want to do the normal questing. And then when I'm ready to do the world event and I'm ready to do the dailies, then I could talk to the NPC again and he would transition me into the version that has the world event. I think the game needs to have something like that. Especially when you're putting higher level mobs in a zone with lower level questing. It stops the people that are trying to do the lower level questing from being able to do that until they're a much higher level. Which kind of disrupts the flow of questing. Not that they give a crap about questing. Not that anything they did would ever consider like a human who's trying to quest, because they obviously don't really care about that from like a development standpoint. But you know, it would be a good idea for the 7 of us who just like to quest to level up. Just to have an NPC we can talk to split it into those different phases. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it would make sense, but again, they'd have to think about people who wanted to quest. You know, they'd have to consider us when they design stuff, and you know, that's probably never going to happen. Yeah, and the events are just, they're obnoxious. It's almost like they're designed to be inherently annoying, as opposed to being designed to be immersive or like fun or exciting. They seem like they're just designed to annoy anybody, whether you're someone who's trying to do them, trying to not do them, trying to do the quest, trying to traverse the zone. They seem obnoxious. That one in particular just seemed really obnoxious. I don't know, maybe I just can't, maybe I'm just not seeing the fun in it because all I really want to worry about is getting to max level right now. Maybe there is some fun to be had in it, but I didn't like it. Did I watch the 8-minute Blizzard video on SOD? Oh man, I guess I probably should. That'd have been a good thing to watch during this flight point. 8-minute video on sod. Okay, let's see. Okay. I wonder if me logging into my YouTube with YouTube Prime is gonna somehow disconnect me from YouTube Creator Dashboard and mess up the stream. Let's find out. Oh, I don't have that profile saved here. That's awesome. Okay. I'm assuming this is on their main page somewhere. Just look up 8-minute sod video. I don't know what I'm gonna get if I look up that. It's probably not gonna be Season of Discovery. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. What are the highlights? All I'm seeing is like arena clips and crap like that. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything on their main YouTube channel about sod, like at all. So that sucks. They should put that in. They should put that in a more visible location. Like Cataclysm stuff. I can find a bunch of Dragonflight videos on their main YouTube page, but yeah, nothing about sod, unfortunately. I think I have links disabled. I don't think anybody can post links. I'll just check it out later. I'm sure there's nothing like groundbreaking. Although 8 minutes is a lot of time to talk about sod. So I guess that's the only important part. There is no planned end for sod, and they will continue to develop it. I guess that's the only thing that I really care about. It's nice to have. No, we can't have a reacts channel because I can't even find stuff on YouTube, so it's okay. I don't know if I need to listen to them talk for 8 minutes anyway. It's always cringe when I have to listen to them talk for 8 minutes. At least they're promising to keep supporting the game type. So now when people ask that question 100 times a day, we can tell them they've confirmed that they're going to keep supporting sod. Now we can say it's confirmed. So that's cool. I'm assuming they didn't talk about. I'm assuming they talked for 8 minutes, but somehow managed to avoid discussing any planned features, anything about race class combinations, anything about new content coming to the game, anything about the future class. I'm assuming they talked for 8 minutes, and they didn't say a lot. That's kind of my assumption. Because if they had announced something actually significant, you probably would have led with that. But I'll still check it out later, I guess. I dropped some quests, thinking I was going to be able to quest in Searing Gorge, so we're just going to pick them back up. That's about right, yeah. That's what I figured. It's like, here's 8 minutes of a guy talking. All he's saying is that we're going to keep the game going, we're going to do stuff in the future. The stuff we're going to do hasn't been determined yet. How many different ways can we say that to fill up an 8-minute video? Did they really confirm they would keep developing it? You heard it was more like they just aren't going to shut down servers. You heard that, but did you watch the 8-minute video? Maybe if you watch all 8 minutes, it'll become clear. But to be fair, I couldn't even find the video, so they're not trying to make it super easy to get to. You gotta listen all the way to the end. So in other words, they talked for 8 minutes, said absolutely nothing, and then if you make it all the way to the end, then they soft confirm that they're gonna keep developing stuff. But they want you there for that whole 8 minutes. It seems a little weak, but you know. Let's see. Videos. Here we go.
Season of Discovery is a project that I feel like every game developer dreams of being able to work.
Oh
on
my god!
Be a survival version.
No, I can't watch the retrospective. No, I don't want to. So the 8 minutes was a retrospective. It was like a corporate post-mortem. Let's reflect about SOD and talk about all the great things it did. Was it 8 minutes of them talking about SOD and all the great things it did? And then at the very end, they're like, it will continue to live, and maybe we will do things with it in the future. It was gonna be it was gonna be one of those videos. Nope. I'll pass. I don't need their cinematically shot retrospective and them tooting their own horns about all the things that went right and then barely acknowledging any of the things that went wrong. If they were gonna honestly talk, like, candidly, not cinematically, but like if they were gonna talk about the game candidly and actually have some kind of roundtable discussion where they talked about like the good things that happened, the shitty things that happened, the things they would have done differently. I'd love to hear an honest, not cinematized post-mortem conversation about SOD. But obviously working for an American corporation, they're not allowed to talk candidly or off the cuff. And I have no interest in watching their glamified retrospective. It's disgusting. It's pointless. It's pointless to even bother with something like that. I feel like... Do I have all my runes on? Yeah, I have all my runes on. We're fine. Seem to be fine. I don't think I'm gonna get Aspect of the Lion until 60 though, right? But then again, I probably need to train like my normal abilities pretty soon. Oh no, all I got is a new explosive shot and a new multi-shot, so I actually don't need anything until the next rank of Raptor Strike. Kinda wish we'd have gotten the Lion aspects a little bit earlier. There's gotta be like some reason why I'm still just getting my ass kicked by every single mob I fight. Oh, you mean the current buff I have? Okay, no, I was talking about something else. This is Heart of the Lion. Yeah, this is not an aspect. I do need this, so good call out. I do need to click this button, but this is not an aspect. This is just a buff, and that's why I'm getting my ass kicked. So, there is a DPS aspect that we get at 60. Supposedly there's a DPS aspect, so that we can flip between that and Viper, but it's not Heart of the Lion though. I mean, Heart of the Lion acts like an aspect, but it doesn't take the place of an aspect. But it does increase all of my stats by 10%, so pretty important. I forgot that I died. Yeah, when you die, this goes away, and it's the only time that it goes away. It's called Aspect of the Falcon. Okay. Aspect of the Falcon. Yep, something to look forward to. I still think we have quite a bit of time before we hit 60. Especially with how much downtime I'm having between fights and stuff like that. I would probably, like, with my current level 50 plus experiences, I would currently never advise someone to go lone wolf while leveling up. I would definitely say if you want to save yourself a lot of pain in the 40s and 50s and 60s, then you should probably just have a pet. And then the pet can just tank for you. You don't even have to like the pet very much. Because, yeah, we clearly are not built to take hits. Even with Lone Wolf, which doesn't really help. But the thing about it is I don't think Lone Wolf helps us take hits at all. Yeah, see, this increases the damage we deal. It needs to also reduce the damage we take. This needs to do two things for it to actually be effective for leveling in this level range. It needs to increase your damage output, and it needs to reduce the incoming damage by a certain amount. Otherwise, you gotta have a pet, because the pet has to be taking the lion's share of the damage. Otherwise, you're gonna be in this position where every 2 fights, you have to sit down and eat all of your health back. So yeah, do it with a pet. Yeah, get a pet. I don't think I'm going to. I've contemplated it. I've contemplated just going and getting a pet and just like using the pet for the last 6 levels, but I'm gonna try to stick it out and yeah, I'm gonna try to stick it out. Yeah, getting little level 54 help. When we hit level 55, that'll be even better. I think we're in a good position now just to finish Ungoro Crater, and then from Ungoro, I'm probably going to go into Winter Spring if we can. I think we're at a point where we might end up skipping Felwood. We might take a look at Felwood just to see if there's any like level 50 stuff we can do. Maybe the Timbermaw Hold stuff in the northern part of Felwood will do. But I think we're going to outlevel some of the lower end stuff. We'll see. If we're lucky, we can do Ungoro and then Winter Spring. And I guess maybe we end in the Plaguelands. I don't know. I don't really like questing in the Plaguelands, but I don't really see an alternative. We can go to Silithus. Do I like questing in Silithus more than the Plaguelands? Not really. But it's an option. There's an attunement quest in South Felwood which leads into Winter Spring for the new dungeon. Oh god. New dungeon. Okay. Well, then maybe we'll have to make a stop in Felwood and see what's going on there. The one that's called Demon Fall Canyon. Is that just a level 60 dungeon? That's cool. I look forward to being able to do that. I guess we'll have to do the attunement. I'm not sure why they felt like there needed to be an attunement quest, but okay. Guess we will do the attunement quest. Yeah, they did it to make it feel classic. Yep. I'm sure that's what they would say. That's an easy enough answer, and it's probably true. The only problem I have with attunement quests is, like, just like what just happened with me, if you don't know about it, you don't know about it. And then you have to find out about it, and then, you know, you'll probably find out about it when you go to do the content, and you're not attuned to it, and someone else in your group is like, what the hell, bro? You're not attuned to this? Why are you in a group for it? What are you doing? You dumb or something? Don't know how to play the game? And then you know, you have to drop the group. You have to then go to Wowhead. You have to figure out where the attunement quest is. You have to go to Felwood. You have to do the attunement quest chain. Like, that's my biggest problem with attunement quests, is you have to know about them. And depending on how you find out, it could suck. Especially if what you want to do is try out the brand new dungeon. Cares on Crypts also has an attunement, which of course involves going around the world. It's fun though. Tough dungeon though. I can't think of many times I was forced to travel around the world to random locations to click on a thing or kill a guy and then go to the... I don't know like how many times that's been a lot of fun. Parts of the sleeping bag quest chain were okay. But again, that was just like me following a Wowhead guide, which is fine, I guess. Like, that took us to some parts of the world that were interesting to see when we were visiting all the little campsites. Was it fun? I don't know if it was fun, but it was vaguely interesting. I think for me, when they make me go all around the world and follow a guide, the best hope it has is to be vaguely interesting and to, like, take me to some spots on the map that maybe I otherwise would not have been to. Because otherwise, to me, it's just busy work. If I'm following a step-by-step guide to get something like that done, it's just busy work to me. It's not really content. The attunements might be good for recorded content because of the quest lore. I mean, if the quest lore is any good, then maybe. I'll read them anyway, whether we do them on stream or we do them in a recorded. I'll still read them out and see if they're any good. What about Dire Mall East? When can we actually think about doing that? That would be something that would be closer to where we're at over here in Kalimdor. And maybe it would also have some bosses that drop coins, I don't know. This ability here is Wyvern Strike. Wyvern Strike is something we got out of the survival tree that used to be a shot. But with a rune, we turn it into a melee attack instead. It was basically our impetus for getting all the way to the bottom of the survival tree. It also causes a bleed effect. So it's a big attack with a bleed. Which is fun. I kind of wish they would have leaned into maybe bleeds a little bit more, like maybe having a bleed on one more ability. There we go, that's level 55. Let's waste our last talent point here in Improved Hunter's Mark. Next level we can actually start going into Mortal Shots, which will also apply to our melee abilities here in Sod. So yeah, 5 more levels to go, guys. Thank you. 5 more levels to go. Let's see what our slash played is. Curious. Slash played 2 days, 6 hours, and 30 minutes. We're at about 55 hours so far. I originally guessed that it would take about 60 hours for us to quest a character up to 60. And 60 hours, that we might end somewhere around 60 hours. I think it'll be a little bit more than 60. But it's going to be close. You're pretty sure they improved the loot in Dire Mall East? That would be cool. I feel like they took a pass at a lot of the loot. And kind of tweaked some pieces and improved some things. I need to get this crate. I'll just put myself in the queue just for giggles. We also opened up Lower Blackrock Spire when we hit level 55, so... Oh, that looks promising. So not really looking like a lot of people do Dire Mall. Not nearly as many people as are doing Blackrock Depths and things like that. It's really a shame there doesn't seem to be a nice place to quest over there. Yeah, the problem is travel. Like, the problem is what it always is. I would love to queue up for that, and I would love to just be able to teleport to the run when the group is together, or I'd love for them to be able to use the summoning stone to summon me or anything like that, but it really kind of makes it a pain in the ass because so much questing in this level range is done in Kalimdor. Yet all of the dungeons people run are over in the Eastern Kingdoms. And so I'm like, as a quester, again, they don't care about people that quest. As a quester, I'm not incentivized to try to do a bunch of dungeons because I'm trying to get quests done. So it makes it hard. Yeah, pray for a warlock. Yeah, I could put my own group together and like make sure I get a warlock. And then it'll turn out the warlock is in Ungoro Crater with me, you know, and we have to run anyway. Dante, welcome to the stream, buddy. I appreciate you being here. You didn't get the notification on the mobile. Yeah, some people tell me like the notifications don't always work the way you'd want them to. Which you would want them to alert people who have them turned on, but they don't always. Jess, good evening to you and happy Friday. Thanks for being here. Maybe a second Hearthstone would be useful for Sod. A second Hearthstone would be really useful. If they're not going to make group travel any easier, if we're not going to get an automated dungeon system or summoning stones are turned on, then adding a second Hearthstone, I would go to Wowhead and follow a stupid quest chain if it unlocked me a second Hearthstone that I could bind somewhere else. That way I could have my Hearthstone set, one of them just set to Stormwind City or Ironforge, and then the other one I can set wherever I actually want to be questing. And then that would basically solve all my problems. I would be able to have my Eastern Kingdoms Hearthstone, and then I could queue up for dungeons, and then I could hearth back to Eastern Kingdoms. And then when I'm done, I can go back to questing in Kalimdor. It would be really easy. There's got to be something they could do to make traveling to dungeons easier, you know? There has to be a way. John, welcome to the stream, buddy. Happy Friday. Thanks for being here. Maybe the next character that we level up will be a mage, not a druid. It would be really cool to have teleports. Then we would not have any problems. And it would probably make questing a lot faster. We'd probably cut like 10 hours off the overall questing journey if we had portals. So I think what we'll do is when we get to like level 57, level 58, maybe then we'll be able to go do the dailies, and when we're doing that, we'll be able to do more dungeons. That's really all I can think of. So I can't see otherwise when we're going to spend a bunch of time in the Eastern Kingdoms and be able to queue up for all this stuff. And obviously, like, no one is doing Eastern Kingdom stuff. If we look at Lower Blackrock Spire, no one's doing Lower Blackrock right now either. Let's see. Blackrock Depths. Maybe people... Wow, I mean, we went from having tons of people in the queue to having nobody in the queue. So maybe it's just a lull. 7 o'clock server time on a Friday night. I don't know, we'll check again in a little bit. If no one's doing them, then we don't have to worry about it at all. I was thinking maybe we can use the dailies and the dungeons to get us from 58 to 60 so that I don't have to quest in the Plaguelands. If I can avoid questing in the Plaguelands, that would be okay with me. Well, there we go. That's 15 out of 15 blood petals. One less mob we have to worry about. Still need lots of dinosaurs and dinosaur parts. If we can get skinning up to 250 here, there we go. Yeah, that should help skin the next group of mobs. Open up a little bit more for us. Yeah, I think the mobs in the southern half are just a little bit of a lower level than the stuff in the north. Yeah, it's funny, we needed 55 for it to feel good. In Classic Era, I bring characters here at like level 52, level 53. I think it's all that additional attack power the mobs have. It's probably also just that I haven't been using a pet. If I had a pet, my experience would probably have been a little bit different. Alright, speaking of raptors, we have to go get some pheromone glands. Gotta fight the raptors on top of the egg piles. And that'll summon one of the mates. And then we get the pheromone. Procs from the... You might get more procs from the pet? Maybe. I don't know. We might try a pet at some point. We'll see how the next couple levels go. I really don't want to have to go back and do all my pet training stuff. But I would definitely advise anybody who wants to level up a melee hunter to go ahead and have a tank pet. It's gonna make your life better. I think there's some kind of cooldown on the egg piles. I don't think we can use the same egg pile back to back. So I think we need to go a little bit further and find a fresh pile of eggs. Oh, you think just walking over it triggers it? I always thought we had to fight somebody near it. But yeah, maybe walking over it is what... Let's try not to touch it this time until we clear the area. I'll try not to get near it. For some reason, I always thought it was fighting or killing somebody near the eggs that did it. But yeah, maybe it's walking over them. Walking over them would make more sense. Let's go ahead and clear this guy. Yeah, it's definitely walking over them and not killing mobs near them. I've been getting lucky for 20 years. I've been fighting mobs on top of the eggs, and I have been coincidentally stepping on the eggs, never really realizing that that's been the thing spawning the mob and not my fighting. Good times. Pasha, good afternoon, good evening to you. I stream more often now. Yeah, right now I'm on a little bit of a streaming kick. It's seasonal with me. There's times when I like to stream a lot, there's times when I need to focus on recordings. And it just kind of changes sometimes. Alright, let's go back, talk to the Tauren, turn this one in. We'll do the last part of his quest chain here. Kill the named guy.
been expecting you. Ancestors watch over.
Yeah, the melee hunter's still a part of retail. It's a little bit different than this hunter. It's a little bit different. There are some similarities. I enjoy this version of it more. This version allows me to equip a two-handed sword and go for big crits. And I like two-handed weapons, and I like big crits. So I'm happy. We have a bag we have to open. Taurus pouch. And then... something, something, something. We clicky the thing. Nope, that wasn't it. It requires flat rock. Is this must not be the rock. This must be the rock we need. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Alright, let's head to the west now. We have lots of pterodactyls to go after. We have lots of other dinosaurs to fight. We have items to find. I think we'll just kind of continue to make the circuits. Maybe I should come down here and get the rest of our regular pterodax. We also have the hive wall sample. We have to go into the Silithid hive in order to get that. Those guys have some kind of terrible debuff that they put on melee characters. I don't remember exactly what it does, but I remember it being very detrimental to my Season of Mastery Warrior. And I remember the debuff lasting like 20 minutes or something kind of obscene. So I'm not really looking forward to that aspect of fighting the Silithid. There's one mob in particular that does the effect, and I don't remember which one it is. Which means we're definitely going to get infected. John, you're checking out a rogue. It's been pretty fun so far. Level 16. That's pretty cool. I want to try like every class eventually. I feel like it's worth it to check out every class eventually just because every class has some pretty significant changes. Part of me wants to do a feral druid next. Part of me wants to do a caster because we've been doing so much melee. Alright, that's it for regular Pterodax. Let's go grab the Hive wall sample and just get it done. If we're gonna get a 20-minute debuff, we might as well get it quickly and then get rid of it. Let's just go. We have to go underground, so I'm gonna try to avoid fighting some of these guys up here. And then we'll make our way into the Hive. I think it's kind of a straight shot. Once we get down into the Hive, I don't think we have to go very deep. But we'll see. Then again, the entrance to the Hive is over here, and the item seems to be somewhere else. Alright, let's drop down right here. This seems like a great place to drop down. Level 53. That's okay. Okay, I really didn't want to fight two of them. That's what I was trying to avoid. You're playing a rogue with a gun spec. Okay, like you have abilities that are like gun oriented. It's like kind of like a pirate. Does healer mage suck? I have no idea. We grouped with a couple at lower levels and they seemed good, but I have not played a mage in SOD at all. And I certainly haven't come across many of them healing. What class do I play? I play all of them. I level a lot of characters, so we end up playing lots of different classes. I enjoy the classic rogue because it's a lot of auto attack, and I actually like auto attack builds. In SOD, you don't get a lot of auto attack builds. They did a good job of giving us lots and lots of buttons to push. I don't think there are any like auto attack oriented builds in SOD. Whereas in classic era, on a warrior, on a rogue, on a paladin, a lot of your damage is auto attack. This has been pretty easy, and I don't want to curse us, but we haven't gotten the disease yet. Maybe we can get out of here without getting infected. We found a marble necklace of the bear, 9 stamina, 8 strength. Oh, that's nice. For somebody. Alright, let's mount up and just try to get out of this area. We can head north and we can look for some more dinos. We don't need the pterodax. I think in this area maybe we're just looking for the Spinosaurus dudes. The Dimetrodons. Yeah, we need 7 webbed scales. And a handful more dinosaur bones. Yeah, we're still leveling pretty quickly. It's much more noticeable when we turn in a couple of quests. Like, killing is getting us some XP, but we did handed in a couple of quests that gave us some big chunks. Once we do all this stuff and head back to town, we'll probably hit 56. I feel like this is really good level pacing for Classic. I know like a lot of people are going to prefer the 300-hour journey. And they're going to think that, like, you know, that has more merit, I guess. But I feel like a 60 or 70-hour questing journey in 2025 is pretty solid. Like, RPGs I grew up playing, average time of completion, you know, if you're just doing main story stuff, it'd be like 50 hours. If you wanted to be more of a completionist, it might be like 70, 80 hours. So yeah, I do feel like 60, 70 hour questing journey, pretty solid. Pretty solid RPG journey. Do I want to feign death here? I could. Just try to fight it out. Yeah, I definitely have a better idea now about some things I'm going to do a little bit differently on our next character. This character has been pretty good. I really wish there was a way to do more stuff in the Eastern Kingdoms, but there really isn't. Like, you really have to do Feralus, Tannerus, Ungoro at some point. It feels like even with this sped up leveling, there's not a good way to stay in Eastern Kingdoms and skip them. I think having achievements in Season of Discovery would be really cool. Like, actually adding the achievement system. So you can go for things like zone completion and stuff like that. I'm not really a big achievement person myself, but it's nice to complete a zone and get those dings. And I'm sure some people would really like it. I've always been very gear motivated with stuff like reps, so like if there's good gear I can get out of a rep, then I will grind the rep. You know, if it's something that's really good that I'm going to use for a while, or it's something that's going to get me into raids, then I'll do rep. But if it's for like mounts or other stuff, I often am too lazy to grind the rep. Let's see, that's it for Dimitrodons. This is looking much cleaner. Let's head over and grab the research equipment. And we need to find the Frenzied Pterodax. And then we need to visit the western pylon. And then we'll have cleaned up most of the map. Yeah, I watched my friend do the Nether Drake grind in TBC. Not watched him like do the whole thing, but over the course of like many weeks. Anytime I would step in his room to like hang out with him, he was doing the Netherwing dailies, it felt like. I was like, yeah, you go ahead and have fun with those. It was a cool looking mount, you know, to be fair, but it felt like it took him a lot of days of grinding. Alright, now we need to kind of find an area where we can get more pterodactyls. And I don't think this area is really it. Let's start heading maybe towards the pylon. We'll just grab the ones that we come across. We picked up a Vanguard Girdle. 9 stamina, 9 spirit. Speaking of Doom, it was really weird today that Battle.net gave me an advertisement for the new Doom game. It's really weird to log into Battle.net and see games pop up that are not Blizzard games. I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. I guess I will eventually. Most of the games on there now, I think there's probably more non-Blizzard games now than actual Blizzard games. Or what else was it that popped up? Outer Worlds 2? Outer Worlds 2 popped up on my Battle.net asking me to wishlist it. That was strange. I did not wishlist it. What is the, oh, this is the heat vent. This is the find the hottest part of the volcano quest. Maybe we'll do this. Sometimes the volcano quest is a pain in the butt, but maybe we can do it. Yeah, we have a named guy we can go kill in the gorilla cave if we want to. I don't know if we have to. But we didn't really time it well. We could have done it while we were doing other stuff there. But it's an option. We'll see where we're at once we turn everything in and like what follow-ups we have, if any, and I feel like we're getting ready to leave Ungoro though pretty soon. To go somewhere. At this point we could go anywhere. But I guess we kind of have to go to Felwood, because we do want to get attuned to the new 5-man dungeon. So I think from here going to Felwood would be good. We'll do everything in Felwood. We'll work our way up to Winter Spring. And Felwood and Winter Spring should be the last zones we have to do. And then if we're shy of level 60, we'll just go do the dailies in the Searing Gorge. Or Burning Steps, or whatever it was. And we'll try to do some dungeons if we need like a level or a level and a half or something. So I really don't want to quest in the Plaguelands. We will go over to the volcano and we will try to do these quests, including the escort one. This poison is ticking for like 100 damage a tick. Like my food could barely keep up with it when I had 2 stacks of it on. It's kind of gruesome. I think my next character needs to be something that's not going to get hit as much. I need to, if next time I level something, it has to be something that's not going to get hit as much. I don't know what that is. But yeah. Or at least it was something that doesn't take as much damage. I guess we can get hit as much. But I can't be taking all this damage. This is an insane amount of damage. And I don't like it. Maybe a Warlock. Maybe a Warlock. I've been having fun with Warlocks in other versions of the game. We saw that one Warlock in the dungeon doing like AoE Shadow Bolts. AoE Shadow Bolts seemed really cool. The problem with being a Warlock is I'm going to be expected to be the first person to every single dungeon run. And if I'm not the first person to every single dungeon run, then I'm kind of useless. That's my problem with Warlock. I think between Warlock and Mage, I might go Mage. Warlock tank. I don't want to tank really. If I tank, I'm gonna tank on the Pally because I'm familiar with tanking on the Pally. I don't know if I'm ready to learn a new tank and try to tank sod stuff right now. Whatever I do, I want it to be like DPS focused. I don't really want a healer tank if I can get out of it. I always have fun healing or tanking, or mainly tanking, when I'm doing lower level content that I'm very familiar with. Then I always have fun tanking. Once I get into like BRD, Blackrock Spire, I hate leading the way through those. I don't know my way. It feels like because I'm tanking and I'm relying on someone else to guide me that the run takes twice as long. Like, when I get into the endgame stuff, I just want to follow behind somebody who actually knows what the hell they're doing. That's the main thing. No, I don't heal anymore. I healed as a raider. When I raided in my 20s, I played a Holy Pally, and that was basically all that I did for years and years. So I kind of like lost my desire to heal after maining it for so long. If I grab the escort guy now, he'll follow me around, right? I don't have to follow him. He'll follow me around while I look for the heat vent, won't he? I mean, he might pass out a couple times and we might have to revive him. I'm kind of hoping we can grab him now and then go find the hot spot. So I don't have to clear to his cave again. These guys are beating the living shit out of me. Like, I really don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with it. Oh, I'm supposed to have a pet. Oh, that's how I'm supposed to deal with it. Okay, I see. Respecking is not going to help me. I don't even have the ability to train a pet. If I wanted a pet right now, I'd have to go to my pet trainer somewhere, and I'd have to take the first pet quest. And I would have to go out and tame the 3 first I'd have to do the whole, like, pet thing. I'm not going to, I don't think. I would advise anyone else running a melee hunter to definitely get a pet. And make it your tank, because you're absolutely going to need a tank. Okay, he'll follow us, but we only have 24 minutes to get him where he's going. That should be enough time, I guess. We'll have to keep an eye on him because sometimes he passes out. He already passed out? No, F him. I don't think we're doing his quest. He already passed out somewhere? Like, he's gone then. I don't even know where the hell he is. Like, he can't make it like a dozen steps down the side of a hill? Oh my, yeah, I'm gonna lose this guy. I already know. Yeah, he didn't make it anywhere. He barely made it out of his cave. I gotta get over here to see if this is the hotspot I need. Is he gonna follow me at all? I hate this quest. So this is my least favorite quest. Actually, both of these are pretty bad. This probably won't be the right one. We'll probably be here for like 20 minutes trying to find the right hotspot. The hotspot's at the top of the mountain. All the other ones are decoys. It's very rude to have a bunch of decoys and have the only real one be at the very top. Maybe we're not doing this quest. Maybe we'll just take him back and cut our losses. I don't want to fight these elementals anymore, obviously, because they're just doing too much damage to me. It's not enjoyable to fight them. We'll check this spot and then we're gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, no, screw that. This guy's already, he's done, he's toasted. There we go. Let's get out of here. I'm ready to be done. Ready to be done fighting the elementals. A button up today? Fancy? I mean, it's just clothes that are in my closet. It's not fancy. It's a freaking flannel, for Christ's sake. It's the clothes that I have cleaned today. Mitosh, that's awesome, man. First Scarlet Enclave raid? That sounds really fun. Enjoy, man. We'll see you next time. This time he passed out before the item was even off cooldown. That's rude. He shouldn't be able to pass out before the item is even off cooldown. That's just my opinion. Oh, I get it. I get it. Thank you for explaining to me. Mark Ringo with a star. Ringo star. I got it. Yeah. I marked him with a square because I have a square keybound, and I don't have a star keybound. Those are my keybinds. So I didn't see the joke. I guess I get it now. Oh, he's dead again. Perfect. Buddy, we're here. I don't know where you have to be taken to, but this is like basically as good as it gets.
What's up? Keep it real. Glad I could help.
Overall slash played is around 60 hours.
Hey there.
Or like, it's close to 60.
See you later.
We checked it out earlier. I think by the time we hit 60, it'll probably be 65, 70 hours. Which is pretty decent. Did he die again? He's gonna die again. He's done. I really don't know who I need to take him to. I'm hoping that it's somebody in camp. I hope somebody here wants this guy. There we go. We finally got it.
Time is money, friend.
Nice.
Keep it real.
Okay, now I can't turn the quest in. Perfect. Okay, we'll come back after they're done with their roleplay. Let's go ahead and vendor some stuff.
Glad to meet you.
There we go.
See you soon.
Hey, how you doing? Pleasure doing business with ya.
Yo, hurry back. Time is money, friend. Glad I could help.
Hey there. Safe travels. See you later.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Ah, you're a tall one. Very well then. Very good. Very well then. You have a great day now. Off and away.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for Ungoro. We got a couple of things here that we could do, but I think I'm going to be done here. We have Super Sticky that we have to turn in back in Gadgekstan. Let's go back to Gadgekstan really fast and at least get that one turned in. Almost 60, then you get to play the game. No, I've been playing the game the whole time. Yeah, I've been playing the game and having a great time the entire time.
Talk to me. Keep it real.
We could spend our talent point. We could put our first point into mortal shots. That's going to increase our critical strike damage by 6% per point. In other words, those crits we see, they should start getting bigger. Bigger and bigger crits.
Hurry back! Keep it real!
Alright, from here, I think we're heading to Feralus. Not Feralus, we're heading to Felwood. I think I should stock up on some food and stuff too, because I don't know that there's a food vendor super convenient in Felwood. I really don't remember. So I'm gonna buy some food here just in case. I don't want to get out there in the middle of nowhere and have no food.
Have a good one!
That would be bad. What about the other two on Girl Quest? I dropped them. They're gone. I didn't feel like doing them. One was the Fire Ridge thing that I already gave up on. Didn't feel like doing it. And the other was to go back into the Gorilla Cave. And I really didn't want to fight back into the Gorilla Cave for one quest. So, I dropped them. We're level 56, so we're way ahead of the level curve, and at this point it's okay to drop stuff if I don't feel like doing it. We are going to... Ooh, damn. That's brutal. That's brutal. Is it going to be faster to fly to Ratchet and then run to Felwood? It's a 15-minute flight. I don't really want to sit on a 15-minute flight right now. That's, like, absolutely insane. So that's what... I want to go to Felwood. How am I going to get out of this 15-minute flight? Oh my gosh. I guess I'm not. I guess I'm not getting out of this 15-minute flight. Alpha T, good afternoon to you, buddy. Welcome. I think I'm gonna take a break and get a snack. I got some cold pizza in the fridge that's calling my name, and I need some more coffee. So I think I might do that. I think I'm gonna go AFK for a bit in flight here. We're gonna go to Astronar, then we're going into Felwood, and we're gonna try to get as much done in Felwood as we can today. Yeah, I probably could have. Yeah, I could have taken the boat to Menethil, then to Darkshore, then taken the flight. That probably would have been faster, honestly. The problem with that is, like, somewhere in all that, I do want to take like a 10-minute break. So unfortunately, I think I have to sit on this flight, take my lunch break, come back, and then we'll make the run to Felwood. Am I missing a connector? I don't think I'm missing a connector. You know, maybe the flight point in Ajara could get us there more directly. I don't know. Maybe we could, if we had the flight point in Ajara, maybe I could have flown right up the coast to Ajara, and I think that would have only been like an 11 or 12 minute flight. But I don't think there was any quicker way to get to Astronar, unfortunately. Yeah, I probably could, if I had the Ajara flight point, then it probably would have been a 11 or 12 minute flight as opposed to a 15-minute flight, but it's okay. I'm gonna go AFK for a bit. I will be back by the time we land. I will see you guys then. All right, we are back. We have landed. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Do I want to set my Hearthstone here? Yeah, I think I do. Setting my Hearthstone here is going to be a lot more helpful than leaving it in Feathermoon Stronghold. And I don't even know if we have an inn anywhere in Feralus. Or I keep calling it Feralus. Anywhere in Felwood. Alright. That will be good for now. Leah, good afternoon, and welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. It's been a long time since I've quested in vanilla Felwood. So I kind of don't know what to expect. I know we're going to fight a lot of bear people. A lot of furbolgs. And then I know there's a couple of like old druid barrows, the maze-like druid barrows that we go into at some point. But besides that, I really don't know how many quests there are or what to expect. Tazzy, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. I love the transition here. The transition here is really, really nice. Do we get a flight point in Felwood? It's all the way to the north. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You know what's worse than your flight point being all the way to the north? Being on the Horde side and simply not having a flight point. Because I'm pretty sure the Horde don't have a flight point, do they? Maybe they do. I don't know. Do the Horde get a flight point here? Alright, we have a level 55 quest, Cleansing Felwood. $15 Blood Amber. Where am I getting this? To the north lie the Iron Tree Caverns. Warpwood Elementals. Alright, that's all the way to the north, so we won't be doing that for a while. Horde side has one mid-zone. Yeah, I guess that must be this over here, right? Maybe, or maybe somewhere in this area? This guy's quest is level 48. It's still green. It's still green. Let's go do this one right away. We'll grab the other stuff in a minute, but I want to get this guy's quest done before we do anything else to see what it chains into. Leah with the 10 gifted memberships. That is a huge amount of support. Thank you so much for that. Very generous. Welcome to the 10 new people. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out as we play some Season of Discovery. I am going to go ahead and pop that agility scroll right away. There we go. It's gonna sound weird, but I feel like we're having a Questie issue. Questie is not tracking icons on the minimap. Maybe I need to reload. I don't need it to track the icons on the minimap, but my eyes keep looking to the minimap to like check out what's going on. Oh, there we go. Now it's working fine. Just needed a little reload. 777, thank you for the membership and for being here with us today. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we're in Felwood right now. I think Alliance flight point is up here. We have a flight point all the way to the north. I think the Horde flight point might be somewhere in this direction. If they have one, I think it's somewhere near the mountains here. We have to get all the way up here. There's no inn. I didn't think there was an inn. And yeah, there's no inn for either faction. I always have the impulse to skin these guys. I feel like they should be skinnable. And then every time you skin them, it's like double reputation loss. Or double reputation gain with the opposite faction. So like killing them gives you a little bit of rep, and then skinning them gives you more rep. I feel like that should be a thing. I have to say these mobs are a nice change of pace after getting our butts kicked all around Ungoro Crater. These guys are low level. They don't do any weird status effects. Well, they do have a status. What do they have? Healing effects reduced by 50%. Okay, I take it back. That's a pretty negative status effect. I think that affects our eating too, so that's gonna actually impact us. I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to impact how much we heal from food. I know it impacts bandages. Perry, good afternoon. Happy Friday to you. I think that we don't have an interrupt intentionally. I think that was maybe the balancing act that they did to us on purpose. Was they're like, okay, we're going to give you an awesome melee hunter build. It's going to deal a ton of damage. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we're not going to give you a gap closer. And we're not going to give you an interrupt. Yep, that's it. We have no gap closer. We have no... Oh, and we're not going to give you any kind of self-heal or a way to deal with poisons. So, yeah. But, I mean, to be fair, we're allowed to have a pet, so... I chose not to have a pet, but that's on me. And if I had a pet, then the pet would be able to charge in at least. If I wanted to use a boar, he'd be able to charge in. Maybe I would even get an interrupt if I had a pet. Don't some pets have an interrupt ability that we can fire off? That's probably what it is. Like, if you want an interrupt, you have to use a pet. But yeah, if I had one interrupt, one distance closer, that would make this class complete. I mean, it's already complete. It already feels good, but it could get better. We need a couple more Pathfinders, it looks like. We don't need Overlord Roar, spelled R-O-R. Let's go check over here. The only good thing is they buffed these mobs' HP so much that the heal they have barely heals them at all. That's the only good thing. They have so much more HP than they used to have that their heal that they do barely does anything. Oh, and I also want the version of disengage that shoots me back through the air. I want the actual physical disengage. That would be nice. I feel like even if I don't get a distance closer, and even if I don't get an interrupt, I feel like having real disengage could be fun. Because disengage that just drops threat is kind of boring. Don't really get to use that while soloing, obviously. Tim, firstly, welcome to the stream. Secondly, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Very generous of you. That's a lot of support. Welcome to the 10 new people. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I really appreciate you all being here. Very, very kind. With that, Pathfinder, we are done with this quest. Let's go turn it in and find out what it chains into. I'm sure it has at least one quest it chains into. Yeah, we've hit the daily membership twice now, but the problem is Streamlabs. I can even, like, since we're all here, and this is like an issue, let me show you guys something real fast. Back to dashboard. Let me show you guys something real fast. And then you'll be like, oh. Okay. YouTube membership goal. Let's pull up settings. I just want you guys to see this, so it's not like, oh, Robert's crazy. Robert doesn't know how to work Streamlabs. He just doesn't know how to make it work. Let's head over to this scene. Let's get rid of this. Let's do this. This should be showing my desktop, but it's not. I want to show you guys my desktop right now. Let me see if I can change this. Alright, maybe it's not going to happen. I wanted to show you guys, like, I have it checked to include gift memberships, but the widget doesn't count gift memberships. Even though there's an option I check in Streamlabs, it just doesn't work, so. We've been having this problem for like a year now, and it never used to be a problem. The widget used to track... There we go. It used to track gift memberships just fine, you know. And then one day, it just stopped tracking gift memberships. Even though they've kind of reworked some of the widgets and they've changed how Streamlabs is set up and like the options are still there, it doesn't matter. I check the option to include gift memberships and it still doesn't count them. It counts individual memberships just fine, but yeah, I can't fix it. There's literally absolutely 100% nothing I can do to get it to work. Even if I were to buy like some fancy widgets, it's all looking at the same data. It's looking at the same data that gets sent from YouTube. It gets sent over to Streamlabs or vice versa. And for some reason, Streamlabs can't receive the gift membership and then add that to their widget. It just doesn't work anymore. So I wish there was some way I could fix it, but unfortunately there's not. I can fix it. I can fix it by doing this. Look at that. Now it's gone. That's the only way I can fix it. Like, honestly. I wish there was something else I could do. What's really frustrating is that it used to work fine. Like, for like a year and a half, it worked perfectly. And then one day, it just stopped. That's the most frustrating. It would have been better if it had never worked at all. I'd be okay with it. And that probably would have been better. Because if it had never worked at all, I wouldn't have got used to using it. I have no idea what either of these quests are. Let's just take both of them. Alright, what am I missing? The corruption of the Jade Fire. I'll tell you, as an Aquarius, one of the most annoying things in the world to me is when technology doesn't work like it's supposed to. It's literally one of the things that it's one of the few things that can literally make me angry really quickly, is when technology that should be working a certain way, and I can see that it should be working, and it's just not working, and there's no obvious reason. That's like one of the most frustrating things in the world to me. Okay, I don't need either of these. Well, wait. Stamina and attack power. I don't think so. Don't think so. Looks like we are going after what? Jadefire Fellsworn. Okay. Let's go after them. Melee Warlock? Like Tank Warlock? Is there a way to build the Melee Warlock that isn't tank oriented, or is it just that the Tank Warlock does a bunch of damage? I don't know what I'm going to try next after this. I thought about doing a Druid. I kind of want to do a Caster though, to be honest. Since we've done the Paladin and now the Melee Hunter. I kind of thought maybe I should do a Caster. But I don't know. I haven't decided. I don't really know anything about the caster specs. To know if any of them have been changed, to know if any of them are fun, like what's different about them. I don't know anything about like the mage. I don't really know anything about the caster warlock. Ellie shaman, once they let dwarfs be shaman, I'll definitely do a shaman. But I'm focusing on alliance side for Sod. You know, to keep all my resources and all my characters in one place. But yeah, as soon as we can do Dwarf Shaman, I'm all in. Until then, we just have to wait. Do other stuff. My plan is to get this guy some gear though, like try to get this guy into raiding. At least doing some lower level raids, like doing some Molten Core, stuff like that, before we start up a new character. We'll see how it goes. What did we get there? We looted a Winged Helm. 23 intellect, 10 spirit. That's nice. I bet we can sell that for a little bit. I don't know if I have put the episode live yet on my Paladin, but I found an epic staff, like level 45 epic staff on my Paladin. Looks like it'd be really good for like a mage or possibly a priest. It's the first epic I found, like, in classic. If this counts as classic era, which it doesn't really. The Boomy's in a good place with all the new spells. I can't be a moonkin. I can't be a moonkin. I can't. That's all. Yeah, I don't want to be a were chicken. It's just a bad look. I don't know, maybe we'll try the mage. Did they do anything fun with mage, or are the mage specs basically the same as classic era? No one ever talks about the mage. I don't even hear a lot about like healing mages. I don't want to heal. I definitely, whatever I do, if I do a mage, it's going to be straight DPS. And I'm going to pretend like the healing option doesn't even exist. I don't want to get roped into healing anything. I had a lot of fun with the Frost Mage and Dragonflight. I felt like the Frost Mage and Dragonflight was like peak Frost Mage gameplay. Oh, I'm on mute. Oh my god, that's one for the day. If I do it 2 more times, I have to read some of your comments in a Lego Batman voice. But that's the first time. Tim with a $10 super chat. Very generous. Say for the sushi. I haven't had sushi in a day and a half. So I am fiending for it. So I appreciate that. I'm glad this wasn't the part that I was muted for. Yeah, I've been trying not to eat it every day because it's expensive. But I've kind of let it become like a core component of my daily calorie intake. So on days that I don't have any sushi, my calorie intake is like 1/3 less than usual. But I'm sure that's fine. Ganner1, good evening to you, buddy. Am I looking forward to the endgame dungeons? Yeah, I am. We did a BRD run yesterday, which was not endgame, but I got endgame currency. And like, getting endgame currency kind of made me like have a taste, you know. I just got a taste of endgame. We have like 10 of the coins now. There we go. Our yummy tarnished undermine reel. We have 10 of them, so that feels good. I need like 100 to buy a piece of gear, but 10 is a start, you know. Yeah, I think I want to do a mage next time. So I think I want to do it just for the travel options. It's so appealing to just do mage for the teleports and hope that either fire or frost spec are fun to play. One of them's got to be fun to play, right? If between fire and frost, like one of them's got to be decent. I have a hard time believing that they would completely fail the mage. So yeah, the hope is that one of them is good. I know it's not going to be arcane. I know arcane's not going to be the one. I was muted for a minute, but I'm not muted now. And I haven't been for the last minute or so. Have any of you guys played a fire or frost mage in Sod? Mitosh isn't here right now. I know Mitosh has a mage, but he went off to do the new raid. It looks like fire is A tier and frost is B tier. Okay. So maybe we would still level as frost though, depending on what kinds of stuff we get on the fire side of things. I would probably end up leveling as whatever spec was less mana intensive. Whatever spec allows me to keep my mana going, that's probably the spec I would land on as far as like getting to 60 at least. Yeah, Arcane is now the healer spec, so they don't even, there's not even like a really good way to do Arcane as DPS, I guess. I don't know though. I'll have to think about it. I'm almost more interested to check out Warlock than I am to check out Mage, to be honest. But again, having the ability to teleport is it's almost too good in Classic Era. Healing Mage is really good though. It's S tier for healing. That's good. At least the spec is good. I'm not gonna try it because I don't want to get roped into healing, but at least they made it powerful. Have I checked the price of bags on the auction house? Not recently, no. I don't think I've checked since... I checked like day 2 or 3 of my reintroduction to Sod. And they were really expensive and it was very discouraging. But I haven't checked since. I probably should. Today somehow I've been doing okay. Today we haven't had any like super serious issues. Not this afternoon at least. Oh my gosh. I might have to check the auction house for a better weapon soon. You know? This was a really good sword, but it's level 44. So it's now more than 10 levels old, so I might have to check the auction house for a weapon. Because I really, unless I want to just wait and see if we can get one out of like a random dungeon that we happen to do. I think by tomorrow, if we stream tomorrow, I'm either going to stream tomorrow or Sunday, but not both days. I don't know which yet. Next time we stream, I think we'll be ready to do those dailies, those Blackrock dailies. And if we can get out there and do the dailies, then maybe we can do a couple more dungeon runs and maybe we get a weapon out of those. So the Mage Weave sold, what didn't, you know, the Silk sold, the Mage Weave didn't sell. Yeah, we put up all those stacks of Mage Weave for like 36 gold a piece thinking they would sell. None of them sold. Not a single one sold. All of the Silk sold for the gold 50 or whatever it was that we put it up for. But none of the expensive stuff. So that's all sitting in my mailbox right now. I guess eventually we'll grab it out of there and we will put it back up for a reasonable price. Or I'll just hang on to it. And if we do a warlock or we do a mage, maybe there'll be a tailor. Maybe there'll be a tailor and they can make bags for subsequent characters. So maybe we'll save all that cloth and we'll send it over to a tailor. It would have been nice if it had all sold for 32 gold a stack, though. That'd have been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gold. Should have known it was too good to be true. SSKPS3, I'm sorry to be hurting your workday productivity, buddy. Thanks for being here, though, and hanging out with us. And tell your boss I said you could have the rest of the day off to hang out with the stream. I feel like eventually we have to do something with this corrupted moonwell. I don't know when. Or maybe it's a different corrupted moon. Somewhere there's a moonwell that we end up having to go to or click on or fill up with a vial. Do we need the name guy? We do need this name guy. Alright, well, let's kill the name guy. He's gonna come with an ad. Oh god, what is this? Time between attacks increased by 26%. Movement speed reduced. It reminds me of the Tar guys in Ungoro Crater. This is our life now, this is our new movement speed. He's reduced us to an RP walk. Very rude of him. Alright, we need a couple more guys. We're looking for Shadow Stalkers. I'm assuming the Shadow Stalkers are the guys hanging out in stealth. That's probably why we haven't found all of them yet. Anybody hiding back here? Aha! Don't I have like a nifty hunter ability called Track Stealth? Pretty sure this is a real thing. Track Hidden. There we go. Let's track hidden, see if that helps us find these guys. I don't really know that that really helped us out. Usually it puts a red dot on the minimap. And it definitely didn't put a red dot on the minimap for this guy. So, I don't know. Maybe it's not working. Maybe it's only tracking hidden beast? Yeah, maybe. I wish they would be more specific. It just says track hidden targets. But yeah, see, like right here, I can see. Oh, look at that. Is it working and I just am not zoomed in enough to see it? Is that all it was? Maybe it was working. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't see it beneath the other map items. Like maybe it was hiding beneath my cursor or something. I don't know. If it's working, it's not giving us a lot of like lead time. It's definitely not looking in a radius like really wide around us, you know what I mean? Instead of being able to see it out here, I don't think we can track it on the map until it's very, very close to us. Which, you know, isn't that useful unless you're zoomed in on your map like this. Maybe if we zoom in like this, maybe it would help us. Yeah, okay, let's just say this. If it is working, it's basically worthless. If it is working, it's not helpful. It doesn't give us enough time to know the target is there for it to be helpful. Before we're already right on top of it. Oh well, I tried. That being said, we are all done here. I think I'm gonna go back and turn this one in before we do anything else. I think there might be some kind of follow-up to find a moonwell or a named guy. So yeah, let's go back and we'll turn these in. See if we pick up anything else.
Peace be with you.
All right, yeah, further corruption. It's another kill quest. But yeah, it's in the same area that we're going to. I'm glad we came back before going up there. That's going to work out just to do all that stuff all at once. It's going to be a good time. Cat's animations are so smooth. Yeah, the cat is the best mount. The wolf mounts are good too. They're both built on the same rig. But I feel like the cat is better. Guys, I am out of time for today. I've had an awesome day. We've made a lot of really good progress. I'm really happy with the progress that we're making. I think like 2 more streams and we'll probably be level 60. So I'm very excited to be getting into endgame stuff soon. It's going to be good. Thank you for all the support today. Have a good rest of your afternoon or evening time. I'll be back on either tomorrow or Sunday, so I'll put the stream schedule up as soon as I know which day I will be here, and the other day I will take off. So I will see you guys then. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth very soon. Bye for now.